Are you tired of feeling nervous and unsure when it comes to approaching girls? In this video, I'm going to share my top principles when it comes to approaching girls. No matter where you are, whether it's a bar, it's a club, it's a daytime venue, it doesn't really matter, because what I'm going to share with you is going to make you more confident with your conversations, and not only that, it's going to help you leave the first best impression. So if you're ready to take your approaching game to the next level, watch this video till the end. So recently I did a tour, and you're going to get the documentary of that tour real soon. I was in Mumbai, Bangalore, we did a boot camp in Delhi, and it was awesome. It was an awesome experience, and there were beginners who were learning this skill, and it was mind-blowing to see the results just after a few days of going out and approaching girls in bars, in daytime locations, in cafes, and these guys ended up landing a lot of instant dates in a matter of a few days. And some of them were complete beginners. That means that they had no prior experience with women, no prior experience approaching women on the streets, and they were confidently able to do that just in a matter of few days. I want you to see their transformations. So I had this one guy who came to the program, and he was very skeptical about the program. He was like, I cannot do this shit. I will not be able to do this shit. He had gone through a bad breakup, and he had lost his social confidence. And not only that, he had never approached women like this before. And all he thought was that if you do that in India, you're gonna get beaten up. The crowd is gonna do some crowd justice with you, and you're not gonna have a good experience because the girls are gonna shout at you. And I want you to hear it from him itself.
I had that limiting mindset na कि India में लात पड़ेंगे and all that.
Now after a span of few days, we were able to change his complete perspective towards dating and social life, and he was able to build a mindset, a bulletproof mindset, where he approached 20 to 30 girls in a night game session, which basically means in a bar or a club, he was able to approach 20 to 30 people. And that was just shocking and surprising at the same time, because I'd never seen a client grasp it so fast in a day itself. This guy ended up landing a few numbers. He ended up landing 2 to 3 instant dates, and he was pretty happy with the progress that he has made, from a guy who's skeptic to a guy who's completely transformed.
This might sound exaggerating or something, but I probably did like 20-25 sets.
So in this video, I want to give you my top 4 principles when it comes to approaching women, approaching girls on the streets, bar, clubs, wherever you want to approach them, so you can get exactly similar results when you're approaching these girls. The first principle is focusing on the pre-approach. Now, what is the pre-approach? The pre-approach is fairly simple. It's all about focusing on your fashion and grooming. A lot of guys learn about this skill, and they really think that, hey man, I know this skill might not need any money to approach girls, but you still need to focus a little bit on your fashion and grooming part. Because if you don't, what happens is the girl is not even going to give you time to spit your game. What happens when you approach her is she's going to instantly reject you, and whatever you expected about the approach doesn't go that way, and what happens, it demotivates you, it discourages you, and you don't want to approach any further. So focus on your fashion and grooming, and for that I would suggest go to a Zara, buy a solid black shirt, buy some white pants, some white shoes, buy a navy blue shirt, white pants and white shoes, buy a white shirt with blue chinos and white shoes, and you can mix and match all of these outfits into 6 to 7 different uniforms, which are going to look good on everyone. And this is what I used when I was in Singapore on a student's budget. I literally had just $500. I had to shop for 3 years, and you are in India, so this is not going to even cost like 15,000 rupees, but you need to do this as soon as possible. And also, you need to go to a Tonian guy. You need to go to a Tonian guy, a creative stylist. Check it out in your city if they have a creative stylist. You need to understand more about your hairstyle, about your facial structure, and talk to the stylist in a way where he thinks that, okay, you know your shit. Because if you go to a Tonian guy, if you go to a stylist and you're like, hey man, I just want a haircut, and you sleep through the haircut, then you're gonna wake up with a messy haircut. So please don't do that. Go to a stylist, be well aware of what kind of hairstyle you want, and tell him, hey, why don't you recommend me something, show me pictures. The more engaged you are in the process, the more engaged this guy is gonna be to give you the better service. Now, principle number 2 is work on your mindset. And how do you work on your mindset? Now, I want you to change your conditioning, all right? Change the entertainment that you're watching, change the entertainment, what you're consuming, whether it's Netflix, whether it's you watching Amazon Prime, and watch videos, watch documentaries about these different athletes. And one of the documentaries that really sort of helped me was The Last Dance by Michael Jordan, and it's on Netflix. You can watch that. And apart from that, you can read mindset books as well. There's a lot of good authors. Now, some of my favorites are Tim Grover, Winning. The book is called Winning by Tim Grover. You can read it. It's a very good mindset book. And Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Principle number 4, work on removing social anxiety and approach anxiety as fast as you can, because this is going to hold you back, all right? Now, I remember my time when I was learning about this skill, and it took me 3 months to do my first approach. So that shouldn't happen with you. If you're just binge watching a lot of content, if you really don't know what to do when you're out and about, you really need to find a wingman or a mentor who can coach you, because that's really going to help you overcome approach anxiety as fast as you can, going gonna get better results with women, and it's gonna help you get at a lightning speed while learning this skill. Now, if you wanna dive deep into how to overcome your approach anxiety, I've made a video just for that, and all you need to do is click the link above and you can see that video. And that really helped me come over my approach anxiety, so I'm sure if you watch this video, follow all the steps, it's gonna help you come over your approach anxiety as well. Now, before I share the final principle, all I want you to do is subscribe to the channel, click the bell button so that you get notified when a bootcamp documentary video comes out, because you're gonna see a lot of hidden camera footage, a lot of new breakdowns that are gonna come on this channel, and I don't want you to miss out on any of those. So click the bell button and please subscribe to the channel because that helps us grow. So principle number 4 is increasing your knowledge base, and what that means for you is you need to read about different subjects, alright? You need to be educated about different subjects. So when you're holding a conversation with a woman, you can hold a conversation about anything. And I learned this from a friend of mine. I was dating this woman for 3 months, alright? I had no idea what she did, and all I could talk about with her was about myself, probably. I had no idea about what she did, no idea about where her interest lies. And when I was having this conversation with a friend that I'm really interested in this girl, and he's like, okay, which college does she go to? Or what does she do? What is her passion about? And I was like, fuck. And I had no idea about all of this because we never spoke about all of this. And I realized I'm more focused on the attraction cues, the subtle layers of the communication, but we're not really having a meaningful and deep relationship and a connection. And I want to tell you what exactly helped me in that position. So the first thing that really helped me was reading about a lot of philosophy, and this was Stoicism. This is not only going to help you with your dating life, but it's going to help you with different aspects of your life. And I was reading a lot about Stoicism, and you should read that too, because that's going to eliminate your neediness. And a book that I really like was Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's basically a practical guide on how to be more resilient, how to be more self-aware, and have inner peace. Another subject that really helped me become a great conversationalist was reading about history, and my favorite book on this subject was Sapiens, a brief history about humankind. And this book is going to teach you how humans ended up dominating the world, and it's also going to teach you about key events that actually shaped human history. And the last subject I want to talk about is self-development. And the reason I want to talk about self-development at the last is because we all become self-help junkies where we are just reading one book after the other, and that is what I don't want you to do, because just reading books is not going to help you. You actually need to go out in the field, approach that beautiful girl, apply the knowledge that you're reading in the books, become a great conversationalist. But this book actually helped me enjoy the present moment. And I realized when I'm talking to women, I'm thinking too much about my own self, about, oh, is this girl liking me? Am I saying the right things? Is this girl attracted to me? And the book that literally helped me get out of that situation was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. If you haven't read it, I would strongly recommend you do, because that book is going to change your perspective. It's going to teach you how to live in the present moment instead of worrying too much or thinking about the future or the past, which is not going to help you in your situation. So I want you to remember, approaching girls can be a nerve-wracking experience, or it can be a beautiful experience, a pleasant experience, and it all depends on you changing your conditioning and changing your results for good. And if you're really serious about changing your dating life this year and you want to work with me and my team, all you need to do is schedule a call with us, and let's see how we can help you with your dating life this year.